Welcome to the Daily Decant, your 5-minute briefing on the world of wine. Each episode delivers practical insights to help you choose, order, and talk about wine with more confidence in everyday social settings. Let's get into today's decant. Today is Saturday, the practical episode of Back to Basics Week, and the one I think will have the most direct, immediate impact on your actual wine life. We're building a starter wine collection today. 6 bottles, under $150 total, covering every common occasion you'll encounter. I'm going to give you specific producers and specific bottles, not vague categories, because vague suggestions don't really help you when you're standing in a wine shop trying to decide what to buy. Bottle 1, an everyday red. Versatile, food-friendly, maybe $15 to $20. My recommendation would be Iguigal, Côtes du Rhône. This is a Grenache-based blend from the southern Rhone Valley of France. It has dark fruit, warm spice, a kind of sun-drenched generosity that works with pasta, pizza, grilled meats, roasted vegetables, and casual cheese. Available at Total Wine and most good wine shops at around $15. It's the bottle you open without thinking twice on a Tuesday when you just want something good. And if you can't find Guigal, any Côtes du Rhône from a producer whose name you can actually read on the label, rather than a grocery store private label, is a reliable backup. Bottle 2, a more interesting red for when you want something to talk about, $20 to $30. The recommendation would be a Cru Beaujolais from Marcel Lapierre, specifically his Morgon if you can find it, or any Morgon or Moulin Avant from a reliable producer. This is Gamay from Granite Soils in southern Burgundy, and it's one of the most criminally underrated bottles in the wine world. Juicy, earthy mineral with a kind of silky depth that develops over 5 years, but is completely delicious young. The bottle that makes a wine-drinking guest say, "Wait, what is this?" And it's available at good wine shops and online. Bottle 3, a crisp, food-friendly white, maybe $12 to $18. The recommendation is Ametoy Chacoli from the Basque Country, northern Spain, poured from height, slightly sparkling, bone dry, searingly fresh, intensely mineral. It works with almost any seafood, with lighter meats, the appetizers, and as a pure aperitif. At around $17, it's one of the most original and enjoyable white wines available at the price. You can find it any Picpoul de Pinet or Muscadet Surly at a similar price as a reliable alternative. Bring a bottle from one of these to a dinner party and you'll be the most interesting wine guest in the room. Bottle 4, a richer white for bigger occasions, maybe $25 to $40. The recommendations include a serious Chenin Blanc from South Africa, specifically Ken Forrester's Old Vine Chenin at around $25. After we'd just gotten out of South Africa's episodes last week, you understand why. Old Bush vines are incredible, natural acidity, richness, and complexity that rivals Loire Chenin at 3 times the price. It works with roast chicken, pork, richer fish, cream-based dishes. If you want to go French, a Vouvray from the Loire at a similar price delivers that same grape at comparable quality. Bottle 5, something sparkling, because bubbles on a Tuesday are always the right answer. $15 to $22. The recommendation here is Langlois Chateau Crémant de Loire, traditional method sparkling wine from Chenin Blanc, made by the same process as champagne but without the champagne price tag. At around $18, it's one of the most significant value propositions in all of sparkling wine. For parties, for aperitivo hour, or for celebrating a Tuesday. Always have one in the fridge. Finally, bottle 6, a dry rosé, $15 to $25 because rosé is not optional. And the recommendation here is Chateau de Aquaria Tavel, a serious southern Rhone rosé at around $20. We covered this during Rosé Week recently. More structured than a typical Provence rosé, it pairs well with food and ages genuinely beautifully. The total for this 6-bottle collection, bought at the prices I've given you, should land at approximately $120 to $140, depending on your market. That's a starter cellar, and it covers every occasion from Tuesday dinner to Saturday dinner party to celebration toast. One final note on building and maintaining a collection, you have to rotate it. When a bottle runs out, replace it before the slot is empty rather than after. Keeping the 6 positions filled means you always have something appropriate to open when the discipline of restocking keeps you paying attention to what you're drinking and what you want more of. That habit, replicate and refine, is how casual wine drinkers become genuinely knowledgeable ones over time. Tomorrow we'll talk through the Sunday wrap-up, the complete cheat sheet, and everything in one place. That's today's Daily Decant. If you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe and share with your friends so you can continue building your wine knowledge in just a few minutes a day. We'll see you tomorrow for the next Decant.